Hi, welcome to the video. Today's video is going to be my first proper go with a Mavic Pro, and having briefly tested it at very low altitude in the garden, what I wanted to do was to take it somewhere where I can fly it up high and fly it properly as it's meant to be, but legally. Now, where I live in northeast London, it's pretty hard to find anywhere where you can actually do that. However, I'm a member of the local model flying club, and I'm a member of the BMFA, and I've got my A certificate pilot's license, so I'm actually allowed to fly over here by myself in northeast London completely legally. What I'll do in the video description is I'll put a link to the club in case people are interested. Right, so this is the Mavic Pro. I'm quite impressed. It's a very compact package. I'm just going to put my microphone on the GoPro just a moment. That's it. Hopefully that will give us better sound. And I'll just chat through while I'm getting the thing ready to go. Put these stickers on, which I thought was quite good fun. Always got to make sure that that you take the gimbal covers off, because otherwise you're going to have trouble with the camera. So there's this one here, which I don't think you're meant to fly with, and then this one here, which keeps the gimbal locked in place. I don't think that you have to open the props, but I think it's a pretty good idea to do that. Not going to try anything particularly wild today. I just really want to test out the concept. While I remember, it isn't a bad idea to put your phone and stuff into airplane mode, because it cuts down on any 2.4 interference. So the watch will put my phone into airplane mode. Now, one thing I have decided to do is actually use a dedicated iPhone for controlling things, you know, be it the GoPro camera, my train set, or indeed drones. So having lots of kids means that we get lots of phones passed down the line. So I'll just put that there. It's quite a nifty way of attaching. There's a little lightning connector there that just pushes on, and then there we go. it all grips together. Getting the thing ready to fly couldn't be simpler. Let's get these aerials up. They're meant to be, I think, at about that angle. Move these out of the way. Right, so the first thing to do is turn on the drone. I'll just move him out of the way so that I don't break it. The next thing is the transmitter. That's connecting. Put this into airplane mode as well, and open up the DJI app. Yeah, I don't expect you to be able to see, but we're all ready to go. It wants me to do a compass calibration, which is always a good idea if you're flying somewhere new, so I'll just go ahead and do that. So what it's going to want me to do is it's going to want me to spin it around this way, and then spin it around this way. Yep, and it says that we're all good to go. Great. So I've set the maximum height to 120 meters, 400 feet which is the maximum that you're legally allowed to fly in the UK. And I don't intend to do anything illegal, and I've set the maximum distance for me to be 1,000 metres, and that's just a figure that seemed to be about right. I'm not going to be flying a kilometre away from myself. Right, let's get him down, get him ready to go. Right, and in order to start off, we pull these two sticks together and we should be ready to take off. That's right, we're in the air. Just turn him round. In fact, what I'll do is I'll start recording with the drone, which is the button at the top here. That's it, we're recording. That's us. Right, off we go. Okay, so here we have the first flight, taking off a little bit apprehensively. Not a terribly light day, but nevertheless it was kind of a break in the rain because it rained before and after this flying session. And taking up here about 100 feet, and quite pleased with these results, although it did kind of remind me that I probably need to pay a little bit more attention to the light settings on the camera. Filming in 4K here as well, which has been a bit of a pain to edit. Yeah, you can see the sunshine breaking through there. And I guess really the main thing which I learned from this session was not to turn the thing quickly. I've edited out the bits where I did because it would just kind of make me feel sick. Seems to be calming down. We're landing pretty well. Where we took off. I hadn't realised that I'd actually set the maximum altitude to 20 metres when actually I meant 120 metres, so I'm going to give that a go now. So this was the second time up. Surprisingly, I ran the whole session today just on a single battery. I've actually got 3 of them, but it just didn't need it. It seems to fly for quite a long time, especially when you're flying in wind. I guess it's giving more lift. Going up in the sky here, it was kind of scary high to fly at this high. So this is set at 400 feet. You can see the reservoirs. I'm just going into the north of London here, and I was quite surprised how much you can actually see. There's the Connaught Waters Lake, and we've just passed that, and this is the flying site where the model planes run. So I'm actually flying over the runway, and it's absolutely great. And as I say at the start of the video, there aren't many places in North London where you can actually fly, and if you're a member of the BMFA and the flying club, you can actually do that. And I've been very impressed with the Mavic. It was kind of better than I thought it was. Very agile, and pretty easy to fly. It's much easier than a conventional RC plane, but then I suppose you'd expect that from a drone. But it kind of has its own challenges, and particularly it's all of the various settings. Returning to home with lots of annoying beeps. Right, it's close enough now. I'm going to cancel that, and it just hovers in place. Right, this is just a little bit of flying around. could probably put it in sport mode. Let's see how it goes. So this thing, I imagine that it's going to be good for video, but actually what I hadn't really thought about when I bought it was that it's pretty good fun to fly as well. And I've never really thought about using the return to home function on any of the previous drones I've had, but then I guess I've never been up 400 feet, and it's kind of quite disorientating with something so small, because it turns into a dot when it's up in the sky. I'll be very interested to see what the video looks like. So I hope anyone watching this video has found it interesting and informative. Might even get you to think about joining either this local flying club or another one. One thing I'm looking forward to doing once I've really got my head around flying this thing is actually videoing other model aircraft, and I think that could be interesting. Helicopters ought to be pretty straightforward. This thing will fly at 40 miles an hour, so in theory I could film sort of medium speed model aircraft, obviously very carefully. Seems to be jumping around there, it's a bit windy, but it's hovering pretty rock solid. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.